So I know a lot of us talk about this a lot. I don't really want to spend too much time beating this drum to death, but we are right on the verge of the biggest shift that we have ever seen in recorded human history. Well, actually, I keep saying it like that, but it's already started. It's already started. It's much more obvious to some people than it is to others. If you really know what to look for, you can see it. To some people, it's blatantly obvious. To others, it's not. But before 2024 is over, we are heading towards a nexus point timeline where, again, all timelines are going to come together and we will all be on the same timeline. One last time before the final shift. And at that point, it don't matter who you are. It don't matter where you are on the planet. It's going to be very blatantly obvious. Very blatantly obvious. Now, the only thing that concerns me, though, is, well, it concerns me on one hand, but it's good on the other hand. Sometimes I'm so torn about how to feel about it. Where it is good on the other hand that so many people are awakening. So many people are putting out video content all over the internet where they're awakening to the truth of the things that have been happening behind the scenes. They're slowly teasing us with it and dripping it through the mainstream with the little ditty shit and, all this stuff. But on the other hand, I'm like, God damn, you all are just now starting to see this? God damn, that's what kind of worries me. It's like, well, good, I'm glad that everybody's waking up. But fucking hey, we've been trying to tell you this for years, So it's such a emotional roller coaster as far as that goes. But like I've said, all of the hard work has been done. That's the part that you all need to understand going into this. What you need to understand going into this is that the majority, 80 to 90% of the things that we're about to go through are nothing but reenactments of things that have already happened. Now, don't let that fool you. That does not mean that nothing bad is going to happen. That does not mean that nothing crazy is going to happen. That does not mean that 100% of the evil has been swept off the planet. Most of it has. The vast majority of the big power sources of the evil that's been on this planet for millennia has been wiped off the face of the earth. But there are still evil little minions running around, but they have no authority. They're just kind of like running around like chickens with their heads cut off, or it's kind of like the evil right now, that the dark side right now is throwing haymakers on their way out. You know how a boxer at the end of a fight, when he's defeated and he knows he's defeated, he just starts throwing haymakers, just aimless haymakers, doesn't really know what he's doing. His eyes are swollen shut. He can't see what he's doing. He's just throwing random haymakers. He's still pretty dangerous, but it's just a matter of time before he clunks over and he's lost. That's pretty much what the dark side's doing right now. So all of the new systems have been live and running since around 2021. They've been doing beta test after beta test after beta test. And everything is already prepped and ready to go. But all that's left is to crash the old system. And it's going to be a very deliberately controlled demolition. All the people that you see are actors and actresses. Everything with the election, everything is all scripted and planned out. It doesn't have to go down this way, but since nobody would listen and wake up, it has to go down this way. Again, it's good that everybody's waking up, but it's annoying that it's taken this to wake everybody up. That's the annoying part. If you just would have fucking listened to us 4 or 5 years ago, or shit, even before then, we wouldn't have had to go through any of this shit we've been going through for the past 4 years. None of it. But at least everybody's waking up. Like I said, man, I'm so torn. It's so annoying, but it's good at the same time. But here's the thing. Everything that you or I have ever known about being a human on planet Earth is about to change. Name a system. Name an organization. Name an infrastructure. And by the time we get into the 2030s, it'll be completely different. My oldest daughter will be 14 in February 7th, 2 days after my birthday. And by the time she's 25, the world she will be living in will not be the world that me and you lived in when we were 25. At all. At all. So it's a good thing. It is a good thing because these systems of slavery and entrapment and pretty much every tentacle of evil that has hijacked our free will for the most part and had everybody running on matrix programming is being dismantled before our very eyes. And it won't be too long before it is obvious to everyone. So why am I making this video? Because I just can't stress enough how important it is to trust the process. Now, that's a slippery thing to say because I'm not saying kick your feet back, be lazy, and don't do nothing. Because we are going to have to come together. We're going to have to. We're going to have to come together and work. What I'm saying is the things that are about to happen have to happen. This is a shift that has to happen. This is a transition that we have to go through. And because of the way the series of events have unfolded up to this point, this is the way it has to go down. Personally, do I agree with it? No. I think it should have been handled very fucking differently. And most of us who are about as aware of what's been going on as you can possibly be agree that we would have handled it differently. But that's not the way they handled it. They're doing it the way they want to do it. So that's just the way the beings who created this damn game want the game to go. I'm not a long-term human. I'm not a fan of the Earth game. I'm not a fan of the human game. I'm just here on mission. And this is my mission, is to help guide people and assist people through this shift and this transition. And yeah, if that's the way they want the game to go, that's cool, whatever. You know, we starseeds, volunteers, I don't know. Well, we'll see. Before I say we probably won't come back to this game, before I say that, let's see how cool the game is. Let's see what they do with this Earth game. I don't know. If they make it fun and enjoyable enough, maybe I will come back for another lifetime. It depends. But yeah, I have absolutely no interest in that old 3D game. Absolutely not. Not a fan of that game. But anyway, I don't really have a solid landing point with that. I just want to give you guys some reminders that we are living through a point, not just in recorded human history, but in the history of this universe. Do you know how many beings were in line begging to be able to incarnate in this time? And not everybody made the cut. Every being in the universe is crowded around watching planet Earth right now. If you're here, you're a badass. Not just every little being got to come play in this game in this time. Only the best of the best of the best of the elite souls got to come play this game in this time. So just remember that when it all comes down to it, you're here because you're a badass. You're going to make it through it. Relax. And when it all comes down to it, it's just a damn game. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Stay blessed.